What is going on with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? They are selling off big time today. Bitcoin's gains for the year have been wiped out. It's down more than 50%, and it's going to continue down. So a lot of the crypto YouTubers have been talking about the bull run, that this is just a correction and it's going to be off to the moon after this, and $100,000, $250,000 Bitcoin, banking on institutional investors getting involved. This is going to eliminate institutional investor interest in Bitcoin. And you got to understand what institutional investors are. They are not Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy. That's a retail investor, individual making his own decisions using his company money. Not sure that's even, I just don't even know that you can do that. But we're going to see a lot of the institutions lose interest in Bitcoin and cryptos because they can fall so fast. You got to understand the institutions have mandates, they have boards of directors, they have to invest in rated quality assets. Most of them are looking for annuity type income. So cryptos and Bitcoin are highly speculative. Bitcoin is not going to be a long-term hold of wealth. All the crypto YouTubers out there are telling everybody to hold on, buy the dips, don't sell. They're all going to get wiped out. And you just got to be smart. You can't buy into a market when it's reached all-time highs, gone straight up in about a month's time. A lot of these things have gone up 1,000, 3,000, 100,000% in a month. That's just not sustainable. That's not prudent investing strategy to get into those things. And you gotta understand who you're listening to, qualify the information. A lot of these crypto YouTubers have never been investors before. They've never invested in anything, and they learned how to do a little bit of charting over the last 6 months to a year and technical analysis, and they're thinking that that's going to apply to crypto. Crypto's different. It's not stocks. It has very short time frames and histories. It's a speculative venture capital market. When you invest in cryptocurrencies, you're investing in companies. They're issuing tokens to raise money for their ventures. Some of them are good projects. Some of them are just fake scams that are going to take your money. So you got to be real careful. You got to qualify who you're listening to. And when people are telling you to hang on for dear life, when you can sell, take your cash, put it to the side, and wait for the market dip, you've got to bring a little reason into the conversation. And it could take a long time for things to bounce back. If Bitcoin does come back, if cryptos do come back, it could take quite a while, but it is a highly speculative game. It's gambling. It's worse than the stock market. As you've seen, it can liquidate overnight. Some stocks, some companies have done the same thing, but be careful out there. Make sure that you do your homework, make sure that you understand, and never buy into a market when it's gone straight up at the peak. I don't care what the dip is. You got to wait for 50, 60, 70% retracement before you think about dipping back in. That's what Bitcoin did back in 2017, 2018. It'll do it again. And that's what you want to wait for, is you want to wait for those lows, jump in, never feel like you're being left out or you're missing out, because you could end up with nothing. If you want to talk about FOMO, FOMO is having absolutely nothing left at the end of the day. So just be smart, be careful, watch who you're listening to. A lot of these guys are telling you to hold on because it affects their portfolio and their own interest. It's not always the best, most sound investment advice. They're just kind of telling you what's in their best interest. They don't want people capitulating and getting out because that's going to affect the value of their portfolio. So make sure you make your own decisions, look at what's really going on, and if something goes straight up in a short period of time, you got to believe it's going to come straight down just as fast. So be careful out there. Make sure that you understand what you're getting into. You understand what these tokens and these projects behind the tokens are all about, what Bitcoin is really all about, and what the future of something like that really looks like. Because a lot of these companies that have bought Bitcoin, they're going to get rid of it and sell it because their board is not going to allow them to deteriorate their company cash like they've done when it can be invested in other things. So be safe out there, be careful, watch out for scams. Remember, there's a lot of scams out there. Never give anybody your money to manage on your behalf. Never contact anybody through WhatsApp that's asking you to send them money or for investment advice, things like that. There's a lot of scams in the comments on all my videos, even on real estate videos. There's Bitcoin scam comments in there. So in a market like this, it's the wild, wild west. Governments are going to be stepping in now to regulate this, with people losing money like they're losing. Institutions are going to go down. Companies are going to go down because of their Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investments. So it's going to get more and more difficult for institutional investors to play in this market.